Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast for the second time today, live.
Back to back.
Yes. All right, so this one will be our normal Wednesday night edition for everybody that's here, or everybody who will be here. Nobody here right now, but man, what's up, Transformer? How you doing, bro?
Hey man, nothing, brother. I'm still laughing at the earlier live, man. When you went live and had some conversation, man. When we get people logged on, man, I have something to say.
Oh, here you go. Oh boy, here we go. All right. We're gonna see what you got to say. Man. It's been a day.
I think you're gonna like it, man. I think you're gonna like it. Okay. It's not nothing that's bashful, demeaning, very demure. How my daughter says it, demure. It's very demure.
I like that. It's a good word. Demure. It's a good word.
Demure.
I like it. That works.
How you doing? How you doing, though, brother?
Man, I'm maintaining, man. You know how I do, man. Just trying to, like Jalen Rose used to say, got to give the people what they want, right?
Got to give the people what they want, even
got
when
to
the others
give
don't
the
want it.
Get the people what they want.
We call him big baritone, Bruce, guys, not alto. So take what you get with that note that he just put out there. All right, big baritone difference. Irish Eagle 83, man. What's up? Go Irish. Go Irish,
you already know Irish Eagle 83. What's good, man? Good to see you. All right, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and hit my little spiel right quick, and then we'll come back and maybe wait another minute or two, and then we'll get it rolling. If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us that like, that 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And finally, make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do to remember. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. we are live here on the Format Podcast, and we'll give you the opportunity to call in, talk to us, get at me. I love it. I can't. So y'all gentlemen, go ahead and run this. I'm gonna just sit back and chill.
Nah, you're not gonna do that.
I'm just saying, I'll pop. No, I'm not going nowhere.
I can't even pronounce. I can't even pronounce the second topic, bro.
Azeez Al Shaair.
Yeah, you ain't see last week when he laid out Trevor Lawrence.
That guy.
So he got hit with the mean.
Yeah.
He got hit with the mean suspension, 3 games.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
3 whole games.
Go ahead, Transformer.
All right, so as we know, big things going on in NFL. Big things going on in the NFL. Yes. Trevor Lawrence, as I stated earlier, he's out for the season, probably. He's just now been submitted to IR for having a concussion due to a late hit, as it's considered a sliding forearm diving Goldberg spear from Azeez Al Shaair.
You had to call it a Goldberg spear, though.
No. Like in his defense, that was like bang boom. I know that the league, anytime you got somebody with start blowing up gang signs and shit, they get hit. They gonna tax you, right? Like you gonna get taxed.
Yeah.
But
and really when it's a quarterback.
Yeah, especially when it's the apple pie of the league. Right, like you don't get that. Like it's, I get it, man. Like, but yeah, was it dirty though? I think it was. It's hard to put yourself in the position of the player, right?
Look, I think it was close. I don't think it was as egregious as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, you on kill mode the whole time, right? Like, and this dude just so happened to slide, right? Like,
I think the forearm is what made it excessive, right? The forearm, and it hit him in the helmet. Granted. The intent only applies to the person who's actually committing the act, right? We can't, I can't be the one to dignify intent on what he was intending to do, but I do think he was trying to send a message. That's what he does. I mean, they call him dirty, but I call him old school football, right? Yeah, I'm going to send a message to the other football team. We've seen him, hit players as out of bounds, late hit out of bounds and stuff like that. But like this new era of football fans, they don't know that, right? They're so used to everything being catered to the offense. The offense is such a pacified league now in the NFL. It truly is. They change all the rules to benefit who? The offense. Why? So they can score more points, more volume, more receiving yards, more rushing yards, and stuff like that. So as a quarterback, guess what? Who's the $250 million baby? Trevor Lawrence, right? Forearm is the problem. How about the next time he does a Sparta kick? Oh, we call that the Antonio Brown. The Antonio Brown?
Or the Lamar Jackson.
Oh, man.
Lamar Jackson Sparta kicked somebody before?
Oh, my goodness.
You watched the last game, bro? Did you see the last game?
He kicked somebody?
I didn't see that.
In the face mask, bro. Like,
oh.
You ain't see it?
No, I ain't see it.
His foot got up that high. He kicked somebody in the face.
They took it off the internet. You ain't gonna be able to say it. They took it off the internet. Sorry.
Oh, it's on Twitter. Bet.
Yeah.
It's on Twitter somewhere. Twitter always got it.
He definitely drop kicked the shit out of somebody. Like, it definitely happened. Bro. Yeah.
Man, I gotta look that up, man.
You ain't watch the game, bro. You watching highlights. Bruce, you ain't watch the game.
I watch Red Zone. I watch Red Zone because I don't have a package. We don't always get those down here.
He had to drop kick somebody to get the first down.
Yeah.
Dang. I did not see that, bro.
Yeah, I gotta double check that.
Yeah, that was it reminds me of the Antonio Brown.
Yeah, Antonio Brown planted his whole foot in the man's chest, like, bro.
Yeah.
On the kick return.
I'm gonna send it to you guys because it might be, they probably don't want my boy to get fined. So,
no, it's on Twitter. Twitter don't hide nothing. You prepare for that fine, Lamar.
Y'all gotta take over, bro, because this will turn into a Ravens topic. It's real quick. You already know. Y'all both already know. Listen, that's my warning shot. That's my warning shot right there.
Hey, as he said, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it pushing.
Right.
It is.
Azeez Al Shaair got a 3-game suspension for what was deemed unnecessary roughness, illegal use of the hand to the face and the helmet of a quarterback, and physically knocked him out of a football game. So, of course, there's been a lot of media backlash towards Azeez Al Shaair. But if you listen to a couple of veterans, old school mindseted individuals in the media and players, they kind of see it 2 different ways, right? So I believe we have a clip here, Bruce, that we're going to be showing here.
So first, you want me to first read the statement from the NFL or part of it?
Yeah. Let's do that.
So the NFL in the John Runyon, NFL Vice President of Football Operations, said in the following statement, quote, "Your lack of sportsmanship and respect for the game of football and all those who play, coach, and enjoy watching it is troubling and does not reflect the core values of the NFL. Your continued disregard for NFL playing rules puts the health and safety of both you and your opponents in jeopardy and will not be tolerated," unquote. And there's more to it, but that was what was in the article here. I think they kind of went. I understand they're trying to avoid future lawsuits. I understand that they're trying to make the game safer so that, suburban mothers will continue to allow their sons to play, because obviously they got to think about the next generation and the money. You muted out, G.
G stupid.
Urban mothers is wild.
Wild.
That's real talk though.
Because like he didn't even have to turn his mic on for that.
When all the concussion stuff came out and CTE and all that, they saw a major drop in the suburbs in kids registering to play football. And who's generally in charge of that, right? The mothers will even if the father say, "Hey, I want Johnny to play football," mom say no, then chances are Johnny not going to play. You know what I'm saying? So they have to. The NFL is smart. They have to appeal to that and appease them, right? So, Sneed, real quick, Sneed says, and he's right. What happens when a forearm is delivered to a wide receiver, a wide running back, a tight end, a lineman? Nothing. Yeah, for the most part, nothing. Like that's the whole. Everything is about also, Sneed, and you know this, with the amount of money that these quarterbacks are making, you're in a position where you have to protect that investment. Yeah, absolutely.
Protect the investment. Right. That's literally it.
Yeah, it's a lot of dough at stake there. What is it? $250 million on the contract for Trevor Lawrence?
$250 million versus possibly $4 million to your running back.
Right.
Which one would you rather lose?
But let's be real here. Let's be real here. He kind of did the Jaguars a favor, bro.
Wow.
Now you get to sit your quarterback for a year, and you get to get a line that'll protect him. Like, this kid hasn't been protected. He's been running for his life since they drafted him. They paid him all this money, but he's like, oh, you know what? We sorry for putting your life on the line every Sunday, Thursday, and Monday. I don't know if they had a Monday game yet, but
well, my bad. Go ahead.
It's real. That was a boom, bam play like anybody else.
I thought so.
Let's not blow it out proportion and say, all right, this kid has been having the best offensive line that you can have to be successful. But he has. That's why I think he sucked. Like, until he started investing in these owners and these GMs started to really put like an investment on the line. Like, your offensive line is one of the most important positions next to that quarterback that you can have. Right? You can throw the ball to me. Right, like I might catch it 10 out of 12 times, but as long as your quarterback position, that'll buy you more time to get position, or those key position receiving and or folks. Right,
no doubt, and I feel you on that, G. It is frustrating to see the over protection of the quarterback. Oh man, I was supposed to get Tom Brady speaking on this because surprisingly, he actually
I heard what he said.
Spoke fairly right. So he spoke very fairly and objectively on it. But let's listen to former 14-year NFL defensive lineman Mike Golick Sr. on the Dan Patrick Show talking about this very situation, and then we'll come back and discuss it some more.
Golick, co-host of Gojo and Golick on DraftKings Network, former NFL defensive lineman, joining us on the program. Good to see you, Mike. Let's go with the quarterback sliding situation with Trevor Lawrence. And should the NFL look at this in the offseason with any modifications?
Well, I mean, really, the issue has been the quarterbacks on the sideline. You have Pat Mahomes making that move like he's going to step out of bounds and going inbounds. Caleb Williams on Thanksgiving doing that and almost got sawed in half by Jack Campbell. And Caleb Williams said he had a problem with that hit. Well, you know what? I got a problem with you trying to fake going out of bounds and staying inbounds. You deserve to get smoked if you get smoked. So those are situations where, listen, defenders are playing at a disadvantage without question about hitting an offensive player, whether they get a penalty or even if there's no penalty, they get a letter during the week that they get fined $46,000 as well. As far as the sliding, Dan, that's such a tough bang play because the quarterback is going to try and get the first down. So they have to start their slide after the line because when they slide feet first, it goes where the butt is when they start to slide. So they have to wait an extra beat to slide while the defender gets kind of handcuffed on when they can hit him. So yes, I do think they're going to have to do something, but they're not, Dan, because they're not going to do anything that favors the defense. They're going to do everything and I'm not saying this as a bitter former defensive lineman. I'm saying it because that's been the trend. The rule changes have all gone to the offense to try and make and for the health of the players, which has normally been the quarterbacks and the wide receivers.
But I wondered, and we're workshopping this morning, can I have a quarterback who acts like he's a punt returner that he will signal he's giving himself up? And if he extends that, then it's going to be a penalty. Like, just you're running with the football and you have your hand up to say, I'm going down. And I'm open to criticism, but I'm trying to figure out.
I get what you're saying. I get you're trying to have a signal that says I'm going down, but the problem's going to be, again, when they're trying to get the first down. They want to reach the sticks, and the defender wants to stop them from reaching the sticks. But they have all the protection if they're going to slide feet first. So even if they do it what's considered late and the defender is basically already airborne, you know what the league says? It's on the defender. The defender has to make the adjustment. Just like landing on the quarterback, the defender has to make the adjustment, which is ridiculous, but they're not going to change that. But you're along the right lines of finding a way to give up for the quarterback to give himself up, just like receivers do when they want to call a timeout. They just hit the ground and they're done. and they call timeout so the clock stops. I don't know if it'll be too quick to give like a fair catch and slide because, again, they're worried about getting the first down. But I think you're on the right path of we have to find an answer to this. Now, the hit by, Shaair was what he led with his forearm and his head. I mean, that one we have to take out of the equation.
Yeah, that was intent, and that's why I had no problem with him being suspended.
All right, so I think good commentary overall. But so Golick mentioned a few things, right? One is when you see in those situations, those bang bang situations, the defender really has to make split second choices on how they're going to handle trying to tackle, not tackle, take down, not take down the offensive player. And also he talks about how ridiculous it is to try and sack a quarterback, but somehow not fall on him, right? And so one thing I wanted to briefly touch on, I'm not a scientist here, but when I saw, when I hear about the rules about not falling on a quarterback or all this business of, for instance, you see, let's say a wide receiver's coming across the middle, he catches the ball, right? And the defender's coming, defender's coming. But you see the defender is lined up perfectly in the strike zone. But then what happens? The offensive player is going to hunch up to, there you go, Transformer. He's going to hunch up to avoid the hit. And now the defender
helmet
physics are involved. He can't move his strike zone now because he's on the path. And then he ends up hitting the offensive player in the head. And what happens? He gets bagged for a penalty. Like, it's ridiculous. And so this reminds me, realistically, the first thing I thought about with all these rules changes and all that was Sir Isaac Newton. We all learned about him in school, and his first law of motion, right? States that an object in motion stays in motion unless an external force acts upon it. So if I'm there and I'm lined up and I'm coming at you to hit you, unless something knocks me out of the way, I can't get off of that path. So if you shrink up and now I hit you in the head, what was I supposed to do? It's the same thing like if I'm and I always go back to during the 2000 Ravens championship run when Tony Siragusa, God bless the dead, when he knocked Rich Gannon out of the game, he went to sack him and then he fell on him, right? And Siragusa was like 360. But the point I'm trying to make is, what was he supposed to do? You got 360 pounds already in motion tackling the guy. Was he just supposed to stop right there? Like, it's physics. It will carry your weight and your force forward. There's nothing you can do about that. But now all these rules are in place saying that somehow a defender is supposed to fight physics. I don't know what they're going to do or how they're going to do it, man. Your thoughts?
I agree, man. My brothers played defensive end at the high school level, collegiate level as well. And I even have conversations with them. They said, bro, if I was making it to the league, I'd have been kicked out a long time ago. Because, like, it's so many rule changes that they're not giving the defenses enough time or reaction time, period, to make an informative decision. Because now it falls on me if I so happen to ease up because I don't want to strike this guy in this certain zone, and that receiver, running back, bowls me over, right? Like, now all of a sudden it's my fault. But then I go back and I'm like, well, I'm trying not to kill the man as you guys are making it seem like we're trying to do. I'm just trying to get him stopped. I'm trying to stop the play, and I'm trying to end it. I can't stop a person who's crunching, and I'm already heading in this direction, right? I'm trying to hit them with my shoulder, but they move. So now I'm striking them with my shoulder that I was aiming for their chest, aiming for their waistline. Now I'm striking them in the helmet because they duck down. So it's tough, man. I mean, I know they got a lot of reviews and stuff like that going on. I'm not trying to slow the game down, but it's got to be some type of point where even as a ref, like, you can throw the flag, but come to a review like, okay, what did the receiver do? Let's look at how the tackle was being made. And if the receiver did like this, pull the flag. I'm not throwing that. Because at that point, what am I supposed to do as a defender to try to get him on the ground? Right. I can't chain. These folks are running 20-something miles an hour. I don't know if you guys ever ran past 15 miles an hour. I have. I can toot my own horn. But to run that fast and you're already gunning for something, it's impossible to change it. It's impossible to change it. It's so fast because not only are you running towards them, you got to think they're running towards you. That's extra speed. That's extra timing. Things happen like that. right? So it's tough, man. It truly is tough for these defenders. I get it. Ever since CTE and things like that came out, the league is trying to, not be caught up into that big old lawsuit again. But they're also just trying to protect their investment, wow the crowd, because nowadays they're wild on offense. They're not wild on defense anymore. There's no more Brian Dawkins knocking your head off in the secondary anymore. Like there's no more Lawrence Taylor's just gunning for your quarterback, just putting the lights out and stuff like that. That type of football is over. Why? Yeah. Because to your point, Bruce, the moms, there are more moms bringing their kids to these football games, and they're worried, they're concerned. Us fathers, we're more like, hey, shit, man, toughen up, kid, man. It's a contact sport. Right. We expect that, but more moms, as you're seeing it in all the videos. I believe Marshawn Lynch had one a couple of like a year or two ago.
I did see that,
where it was just him cursing at kids, right? You know what I mean? This is what we grew up on that. Right. But, the mom heard it. No, you got to soften up for these kids. Soften up. This ain't no soft sport.
Right.
Marshawn Lynch didn't grow up in a soft sport. He's a bruising running back. Right. So it's hard, man. It's truly hard. I don't see how they could make it better. They're not going to make it better for the defenders, man. They don't care. Yeah. It's all about protecting the investment. I got $250,000 in my quarterback. How can I keep him safe? How can I keep my $250,000 playing? Right. I don't care about, but I think Snead said it earlier. What about if the running back gets hit? I paid him 4. It's running back by committee now. I can get 2 more of those in the draft next year. Right. That's how they treat them. So I'll let you talk, G.
No. You made some really, really, really good points, bro. One of the things I think is the onus is also on the quarterback to get down, right? Like we've been saying, we've had the opportunity to see that like this isn't something new. Like you would get down or you get your head tore off. He wanted an extra yard, and he paid for that extra yard, right? So the onus is on him to make sure that the person that's pursuing him knows that he's getting down, instead of like challenging him. It's almost like 2 Rams, right? Like you seen the situation with 2 Rams locking horns. Like,
correct.
Don't run into a situation where you fake like you won't lock horns, and then you jump down at the last second, and you put your whole livelihood in order. And I think that's when we look at like a lot of these more elite quarterbacks, we start to see them to not take those hits, right? Because they'll either get down, step out of balance, or get out of harm's way. He's like, listen, I don't want to lock horns with something that's going to knock me out, right? Tua. We look at Tua, right? He's had multiple concussions because he faked like he want to lock horns. He just mentally, or I guess the aptitude it's not working for him. Like he still like look at a defender and act like he want to lock horns, and then either dip his head the wrong way or not submit. And I understand why not submitting, right? Like this is a man sport, but you also have to be able to protect yourself. And I think Lamar Jackson does a really, really good job of either
getting out of. He's gotten much better. He's gotten so much better.
Right?
He don't take big hits.
Yeah, he understands the mission. He understands, there's respect there, because if you over pursue, he gonna juke you out your shoes. So, that's another thing. So when we start looking at these quarterbacks who aren't as athletic and or smart, right? Just because you play the quarterback don't mean you smart. Like he should have got down fucking 2 steps before, and he wouldn't have had to worry about that. He chose to do that, and now the defender is villainized for doing things that he paid to do, and I just don't think it's right. That's my 2 cents, bro. Like I don't. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. I think it's definitely a couple ways to look at this situation, and everybody's not looking at it the same. Like you need to get down, bro. Like if you don't want to take that hit, and you're not like you can't cower at the last second. I submit. Nah, bro, this dude he can't stop running. You see him running. You see him at 15 miles an hour. Like you see him at 11 miles an hour. You
AD
know
is
his
not
track
doing
record,
nothing,
bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing like you completely down, but anyway, I digress. Lakers down 41 to play Miami in the Heat.
That's crazy. Now, you guys are both right in your assessments, man. It's because if we go back to look at Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, those guys knew they weren't athletic. They see that rush come, somebody get beat, them dudes just curled up in a ball and hit the ground. They was not putting themselves at risk at all.
It's okay. We're not gonna judge you, bro. We're not gonna judge you, bro. Like,
right.
Get down, bro. Like
another damn day. That's right.
We saying what was it? Flacco get knocked out and he called like a
Yeah,
timeout.
I saw that clip
Remember
earlier
that?
today.
First down. What did he say? First down? Was it like timeout? I don't know.
I saw
I
that
think it
clip
was
earlier
timeout.
today.
I think it was timeout.
I think it was
same shit
timeout
though.
too.
I think it was
It's the same
timeout.
shit. Like yo waited the last second and cow it, and nah, they gonna tear your head off. This the NFL.
And the thing about it's
Yeah.
only getting worse, right? Because what type of quarterbacks are we seeing in the NFL?
running quarterbacks.
Running quarterbacks. So what do they call for quarterbacks in the NFL? Quarterback draws.
Quarterback
Right?
draws.
You
read
see a
options.
lot of quarterback draws, play action, bootlegs, right?
Sir.
So now you're placing us at more of a disadvantage because now I not only got to think about where I got to tackle them, how I got to tackle them, at what speed can I tackle them. Now they're sliding. Now, if I touch them, it's a flag, right? Like it's so much to think about. If you want to protect your biggest asset, stop calling draws.
Yeah.
Right? As a defender, bro, I am trying to stop you from gaining an inch. This game is won by inches. It's not won by yards or feet. It's won by inches. So if I can stop them from gaining that extra foot, that extra inch, and it's a fourth down, come on, bro. I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to hurt the man. I'm not going out there with the mindset, bro, I'm trying to take his head off every play. I'm trying to physically injure this man every play. Like, I'm trying to take him. Go ahead.
I watched something that said that the coach for Detroit Lions when they played the Bears said take him out. Like he when he was talking about Caleb, he was like take him out. Like and it was supposed to be a dirty play at the end of a run where he ran out of bounds and motherfucker was trying to gun for his legs. At the same time, you just have to have a relationship with the defense. Like, hey, look, bro. You know what I mean? I'm trying to play the ball,
man. Good tackle,
like,
big fella. Good tackle. Good tackle.
Week, bro. So edible arrangements, whatever you gotta do, bro. But it seemed as if they was trying to take him out of the game, and this dude was, he's one of the guys, a bounty guy, I guess. Like I don't know.
Sneed, Azeez is appealing.
He lost it.
I read something earlier. He lost the appeal already.
Yeah, he lost the appeal. It's withheld.
Damn, but he's never been suspended before, though, right?
He just got fines in San Fran and the one earlier when he punched somebody.
It's not gonna stop, bro. Like, how do you start, right? You gotta tear the fur off somebody in order for you to get a starting position. That means you gotta either be a hitter. Like you can't be in there and be like, oh yeah, I'm timid. Like you gotta order, like at the collegiate level, right? High school level, right? Like in order to get that scholarship, you pretty much got to be the hardest hitter on the team, right? To go to a D1 school that's going to accept you. When it comes to that, you got to be the hardest hitter at the collegiate level to get into the NFL. It just
Tyler, you know, I'm sorry, G. Tyler, it's funny because when this whole thing popped off, and I'm sure I have a little bias to this. So I'm not gonna get too
wild, yo. W be wild out. He crash out all the time,
So it's funny because when I first saw the whole thing happen, even before the fines and all that,
next slide.
I'm like,
next slide.
Yes. I'm just like, this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? I saw my man name and all that.
Next slide, yo. Please,
this is not gonna go well.
That's my guy, yo. I swear that's my guy, yo.
Tyler, you know what? I'm glad you said it because I probably couldn't have. Thank you, brother. All right. You know what? Let's go ahead and open up the phone lines, man. Let's see if we got any calls on this, y'all. What y'all laughing about, man?
What's understood don't need to be explained, yo.
Yo,
that's my guy, though. Real talk.
You're 100% right. It's so funny because when they were in England, that was the week before he got fired. I think when they were in England, and he had but because he's a Lebanese American.
Yep.
So and remember the NFL, like they believe in the whole international piece and people showing solidarity with their their international connections. So he's a Lebanese American. So he had the Lebanese flag on his shirt, and I saw it, and I'm like, this is not going to end well. I just knew it. Lo and behold. So, yep, I feel you. But all right, I'm gonna put the number in here: 219-8264 904-219-8264. It's also scrolling on the bottom. If you have any comments on Azeez Al Shaair and the suspension, what you think about it, what you think about the whole situation, what you think about the rules, which blatantly favor the offense in the NFL, and you have any ideas on how this can be improved, go ahead, give us a call. Oh, we got one.
That was quick.
Tyler was good, man. Good to hear from you.
Man, what's up, gentlemen? Sorry,
all right. It's all good. How's the baby, man?
Man, I just wanted to say one thing that I'd never seen before.
What's that?
I think we're in the, a lot of people say this, we're in the worst era of quarterbacks and coaches in the NFL. The golden years of that is we're kind of in a lull. There's no more Belichick. There's no more Brady. There's no more Manning. But I've seen something for the very first time I've never seen before.
What's that?
And I'm so used to seeing that with Belichick, where he works the clock, he knows all the loopholes. Jalen Hurts, if y'all remember, in the fourth quarter of that game, he was dead. He had it was a botched play. He rolled out. He was about to be sacked for a 8 or 9 yard loss. He threw that ball away. It was a design run. They got the illegal man downfield penalty, so they got the 5 yards and replay first down. It didn't count. They asked Jalen Hurts about this after the game. He said, "Yep, that's something our coaching staff pointed out." I hate Sirianni. I don't think he's smart at all, but somebody in that coaching staff is. They pointed it out. If you run this play where it's a deep boot and they get you, throw it away. Take the illegal man downfield because you get the replay first down with a 5 yard penalty rather than lose it down, lose yards. So that's a new one. I haven't seen that before. That's a wrinkle.
It is.
Hopefully, Harbaugh can get a few of his brain cells together to put that in the bank. I don't know if y'all watch Hard Knocks, but man, Harbaugh looks older than. Man, if he looks any older, they're going to ask him to run for president.
Isn't he like 60 though? He's about 60, right? He's getting up there.
Who, Jim?
Looks great.
John.
All guys look great. Harbaugh looks like he's got butterscotch. No rap.
Change their names, goddamn.
But hey, as far as the NFL goes, man, turn on college football. Just turn on college football. You know what I'm saying? Turn on college football. The NFL is looking rough.
Facts.
I mean, what's our Thursday night game this week, guys? I mean,
no, this is a good one. That's
Green Bay,
Dallas
Detroit.
and,
don't start that.
My bad. I'm sorry.
What's our Monday? Bengals, Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Sunday night is good though. Sunday night is the Chiefs and the Chargers.
Yep.
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to get another voodoo devil magic.
I picked the Chargers. I think the Chargers going to get this win.
Man, they were dead. They play got blown dead, and they let that fumble stand. That's again every time.
This shit look like the weekends of Bernie's when they was dragging Bernie around everywhere and shit. They just been taking the dead ass Chiefs from one win to the next, bro.
Look, man.
Hey, man, turn the beatbox on. Or they go to music.
Weekend at Bernie's, man.
Classic.
In the
definitely a classic.
In the Colts game, that ref got ran over and he got carted off the field. They said, "What a loss for the Chiefs."
Wow.
But hey, that's all I really had, guys. I just wanted to comment on that Jalen Hurts thing. I never seen that before.
Yeah, that's official.
Yeah,
we're in the age of football where you think they've thought of everything. You know what I mean? And they just every now and then they just come up with some slick shit. And props to them that we got outcoached this past weekend. We got outcoached, but you know what? There's not a lot of coaches left on our docket aside from Tomlin that are really going to give us trouble. So I think the Ravens go maybe 3-4 down the stretch. We hop in there with 11 wins, and we get the business in Pittsburgh round 1. Let's go.
There you go.
Yeah, I got y'all.
Amateur hour, bro. That's all you got for me, bro. You saying you gonna end this shit off? We gonna lose to the Steelers first round?
Nah. We're gonna beat the Steelers. That's gonna be our the beginning of the tape. We could forget the regular season. Our Super Bowl tape that they're gonna sell in QVC after we win is gonna start in round 1.
He said all the winning too. Jesus.
This is definitely weekend at
Hey,
Bernie.
we need a Jameis Winston topic. We need a Jameis Winston topic every week. This man is gold.
Jameson
Talk about
president, dog. Real talk.
Hey, I appreciate you guys.
All right,
bro.
We appreciate you too. SMT
Love you,
Media
bro.
Network.
Take it easy, man.
Where your mic at, G?
Come on. I said I love you, bro. Take it easy.
It sounds like it's not close to you.
Yeah, it sounds like your mic is not.
Man, this motherfucking mic right here. You told me to get this cheap ass mic, yo.
I had that mic and I never had a problem with it, man. I don't know what you're doing.
No, it just sounded like you moved, like it moved away or something like that. Like you were talking from a distance.
All right, let's go ahead and take
I believe y'all.
There you go.
I'm paid $30 for it, so
there you go.
What's up, Steve?
What up, Bruce? What up, Transformer? What up, G?
You.
What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. I wanted to just kind of say a couple of things about like Azeez hit on Trevor Lawrence, right?
Yeah.
Look, man, Trevor Lawrence deserved to get hit. He didn't deserve a concussion. He doesn't deserve to be unhealthy. He doesn't deserve to be out games. That's all unfortunate. Those are just side effects of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes with the territory, the risk. It's like you're a firefighter. You don't ever expect to breathe in some smoke. You know what I'm saying? You're a police officer. You don't expect to be in a precarious position from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, what was that? What was that thing from the Martin Lawrence show? The lady said, she said, you want to walk through hell with gasoline drawers on, but you don't want to feel the flame.
That's it. Yeah. No doubt.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't deserve to be unhealthy. It's sad and unfortunate. I don't wish bad things on people.
Right.
But like you went as a running back in the open field against a guy who's literally evaluated as a defender on his ability to terminate the play, end play, stop even they're taught to separate player from the ball.
I don't think they can do that anymore because every time you see that, there's a flag. I don't think you can. And I've been wondering about it for a while. As a defender, are you supposed to just let him catch it? Because like all they do then is they try to apply this defenseless receiver rule. But
even in the tackle form, helmet to the side, you're supposed to make contact with the ball. There's all these techniques and things like how. So what are you supposed to do now?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Gotta get down earlier, brother. If you don't get down earlier, you won't face.
Right. That's his duty, right?
Yeah. Honestly, if I'm an owner, I'm paying that fine. Because that's a thin line. That's a thin line, and the rules just change year to year. It's too fast for the league.
But the owners have that solidarity, their best interest. They always want to have that brotherhood, that connection.
Yeah, they move as a group generally. Yeah.
So they're not going to want to say, well, you're not going to support me in protecting my guy, my quarterback, my $250 million investment. So I don't know if you want to make that public, but yeah, I think behind the closed doors, they pay it. But there's no way to enforce this any other way. Like Trevor Lawrence, I mean, if he slides 1 yard sooner, then it won't look so bang bang. Like we can clearly see, he left his feet to make the hit already.
But then guess what they're gonna say? As a defender, now you're launching yourself at the offensive player, and that's against the rules too. It's like everything is against the rules. You are completely handcuffed.
But at the same time, I mean, I understand all the fines. I understand everything. But at the same time, if you don't instill some level of fear into the offense, then they're gonna run them up. And so, just as much as you need this player who's sliding 2 steps before, you still need that player who's keeping the offense at bay and setting the tone. That changes a lot of these playoff games. Like most of you guys know, as soon as the playoff starts, totally different game. If you get knocked out, caught it off, and sometimes we'll see refs not even call that shit. So, regular season. What'd you say?
You know what else, G? You ever seen when the offensive player delivers a blow to the defensive player? And there's no penalties, there's no fines. You see a hand go up into a face mask.
I was about to say, and look at that stiff arm. Yeah, they bending the freaking defender's head back with the stiff arm, and nobody calls anything. Yeah.
How many times we've seen Nick Chubb, my guy, bro, send people flying? How many times we've seen Derrick Henry, send DBs into the shadow realm. You know what I'm saying? For trying to tackle him. What are we talking about here? We're trying to govern and regulate a game specifically for one position. And these guys get paid on the ability to end plays.
That is their job.
Plays.
I don't know, man. If I'm any quarterback who has that clause in there, in that contract that if you get hurt this year, you automatically guarantee your contract, your money next year. Oh yeah, I'm getting carted off, bro. Like, give me my $50 million. I need that type of luxury, the understanding. Like, hey, listen, the mall ain't promised to nobody. However, next year's contract is definitely promised to me because I chose not to get down when I know I could have. He saw that hit coming before it happened, and it just so happened I don't know. It's double-edged sword.
Yo, Bruce, you're a man of logic, right?
I try to be.
You ever notice that when the solutions are so complicated, they don't work anymore?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you got 9 different conditions to make this shit work.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's got to be sliding, and you got to give yourself up, and then you got to be this way and that way, and then only the quarterback, and if you're out of the tackle box, it doesn't work.
It's just a function on trying to make things harder for the defense. No matter what they say, oh, it's player safety. No. They just want to make it harder for the defense because they want more points.
Drop the flag, stop the play.
Being a defender now is harder than ever.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. But is that all you guys need, man? We're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic. You got anything else before we let you go?
Well, the Lakers lost by 43, so let's go.
Oh, well, hey, look.
That's what's next.
See the next topic, so
go ahead. I'll
41, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my speech to a minimum on this. I'm gonna let these guys handle that. All right, Sneed, man. Appreciate the call as always. Man. All right, man. All right, good call from my guy Sneed, as always. Nino says, how come they don't complain about the NFL like they do the NBA? Because one, the NBA is not nearly as fast a game or as physical a game as the NBA. Even at its most physical, it was never as physical as the NFL. And also because it's a lot easier to see anything that happens in the NBA. And obviously the what we see in the NBA, the product is just a whole lot worse, period. It's just bad, right? So yes, there are things that definitely could be improved in the NFL, but the product on the whole is not nearly as bad as it is in the NBA. So that's that.